Ladies and gents, dear friends, viewers, subscribers, and new people watching this channel, welcome to another weekend warm-up reaction. So today I want to continue reacting to the progressive metal band Dream Theater. So it's turning out to be a Dream Theater week in the end. And the main reason is, as I said in the previous reaction earlier this week, I reacted to the song Panic Attack from the Octavarium album. And the reason is I'm revisiting some songs which I don't remember almost at all by Dream Theater because they are coming to perform here in Dubai in the Coca Cola Arena, and I have tickets already. I bought the tickets 2 months ago when they came out, and I'm really excited to go see them on January 27th. I have reacted, as I said in the previous reaction earlier this week, I've reacted to the Parasomnia album, to 3 songs from the Parasomnia album, so do check them out. They'll be linked below and at the end of the video. So I remember the Parasomnia album well, and I've revisited it this week as well. So I've listened to it again. I know most of Dream Theater's songs and I remember them well. However, there are some songs which I don't listen to that much. And I saw in their live set list that they're gonna perform some of these songs which I don't know that much or I don't remember almost at all. So some of those songs are Rite of Passage, Panic Attack, which I did a reaction to recently, Enemy Inside. So I have revisited all these songs. It seems that Dream Theater changed their set list from one concert to the other slightly. So they keep the same format, and since this is the 40th anniversary and they're celebrating the return of drummer Mike Portnoy, they have like an Act 1 where they play the Parasomnia album, and then they have Act 2 where they play classics, and then they have the encore or like the final act and they play different songs. So I've seen like some versions of the live set list of the recent tour, and it seems they change the tracks sometimes, and in some of the set lists the epic song A Change of Seasons appear. Now I know this is one of their most famous songs and a lot of fans and people love this song. I know I've listened to it many years ago, but I really can't remember a lot. So I know it goes through phases, I guess. It goes faster then slower, but I want to know why people love it, and I want to be prepared for the concert, and I want to finally dive in and listen to it carefully and remember it and appreciate this song. So that's why I'm making this reaction today before Dream Theater perform here in Dubai. So for the band lineup, for the Change of Seasons, keyboardist Jordan Rudess was still not with the band. So the band lineup was James Labrie on vocals, John Petrucci on guitars, Derek Sherinian on keyboards, Mike Portnoy on drums, and John Mayung on bass. So Derek Sherinian, the keyboardist, was the only different band member than the current lineup. The rest of the members are the same. So let's not delay, we have a long reaction ahead of us. I'm very excited to dive in and listen to A Change of Seasons by US prog metal band Dream Theater. I hope you're ready, because I sure am. Let's do this. Playing guitars. Is this an acoustic or an electric? I would say it's an electric guitar. I hear some piano with the guitar. Sorry to stop it. Just to say, I'm gonna try not to stop a lot since this is a very long track, but I like the first few albums by Dream Theater, like Images and Words, Awake, Falling into Infinity, Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory, and this EP. So this song is taken from an EP, I didn't mention it. Well, a lot of you already know that, but for people who don't know, so this is taken from an extended play, so not a full-length album. It's an EP, which I believe was released after the Awake album, so in 1995, between the Falling into Infinity and the Awake album. And that was, I really like this era of the band. They sounded different. I'm not saying now that I don't like how they sound, but it just, there's something about the first few albums and EPs which they released, which are kind of special. And although not all of those albums were like groundbreaking or so amazing, like, you know, I love Images and Words. I think it's one of the best albums ever made. I like Awake, not that much, but I still like it. Falling into Infinity has some nice tracks, but you know, but I just like the sound in general, the sound they had going on. It was something between prog metal and prog rock and maybe some other influences. And I think they maintained this kind of sound mm, until the Train of Thought album. That's when I think they started adopting that more metally edge, and that sound which they continue developing throughout the years until today. Of course, there were some albums which they released which were maybe a little bit similar to the early era, maybe the Black Clouds and Silver Linings, and um, what's the name of that album, the long one? The Astonishing. The Astonishing reminded me of the early era of Dream Theater. But in general, since the Train of Thought, they've been releasing more of a metal, heavy metal, pure heavy metal sound. Okay, let's continue. I like how the keyboard is spanned, going from the left to the right. It's interesting to listen to it on headphones. And now it's here, and it's here. Counting 7. Is it a 7 over 8? Woo! Bass, the drums, the guitars, really nice. Loving the bass. Portnoy going crazy there. I love this keyboard effect. Reminds me of Kevin Moore's effects on Images and Words and Awake. I think Derek Sherinian tried to keep the Kevin Moore essence flowing. Change of tempo. Woo. I like that riff. Double pedal drumming. Like that. I wonder. The vocals sound a little bit low in the mix. I'm Not sure if this is just the YouTube audio like that. Now it's better. James's vocals were nicer back then. Stronger. Higher. Sorry to stop it. Let me open the lyrics. Maybe I can change of seasons. I can follow with what he's singing since there's no video anyway. And I was saying that James Labree's vocals were really nice back then, nicer than they are now. He was more capable, higher range, better range, stronger vocals. Okay, so I remember a time my frail virgin mind watched the crimson sunrise, imagined what it might find. Life was filled with wonder. I felt the warm wind blow. I must explore the boundaries, transcend the depth of winter snow. Nice lyrics. I wonder if that child they're talking about here, like when someone's a child, you know, my virgin mind, life was filled with wonder. You know, when you're a child, everything is a wonder, everything is a joy. So I wonder if that album art reflects what he's saying here. Okay, let's continue. Innocence caressing me, I never felt so young before. There was so much like Will I long to search for. Nice effect. The snow has now fallen, and my sun's not so bright. I struggle to hold on. The snow is now fallen, and my sun's not so bright. I struggle to hold on with the last of my might. So, did he grow old? The time measure here is definitely not 4/4. All my life's been drained from me, the end is drawing near. Disease or getting old? I don't know. What's the point? Ooh. Beautiful sound. Those open string chords, arpeggios. Beautiful. Carpe diem, seize the day. So I'll always remember the chill of November, slow music, sounds like winter maybe, that's the winter season. Nice vocals. Ooh, guitar.
Cherish your life while you're still around.
Sorry to stop it a little bit. This part is beautiful. I think this is now the winter season because the music sounds wintry, it's slow, it's chill. He's saying, I remember the chill of November. And I like this part. I heard him say, life would not always be this way. Look around, hear the sounds, cherish your life while you're still around. This is a very important message, which I believe in. And I think we should, enjoy the moment and not always rush. And as much as we can, just try to enjoy the moment we're in. Because time will not go back, unfortunately. Time is something we cannot control, at least as of today. Cool, let's continue. I wonder if before it was another season, or maybe the seasons are starting now with winter. Let's see.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, old time is still a-flying, and this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying.
We can learn from the past, but those days are gone. We can hope for the future, but there may not be one.
We can hope for the future, but there might not be one. Why? War?
The words stuck in my mind are live from what I've learned. I have to seize the day, to home I return.
Nice section.
Preparing for her flight, I have with all my might, fearing my deepest fright. She walked into that night, she turned for one last look, she looked me in the eye. I said I love you. Goodbye.
Oh. I really don't remember anything from the song, and I'm glad I'm revisiting it. So far, great.
Something happened. He was killed.
Six. Finally a 4/4 section. Woo! Sounds jazzy to me here. I love this part and the one before. Woo! Wait. That change was nice. Let me go back. I know it's a long track, but this change was really nice. Let's go back a little bit. Now? Woohoo! This sounds like a 4/4 as well. There's some shred. The bass as well. Woo! Huh. Man. I hope they play this in Dubai. Woo! Okay. Wow. Portnoy, man, doing his stuff.
So far, so it seems, all is lost, with nothing fulfilled. Off the pages and the TV screen.
Nice vocals. I used to like his vocals, really, in the 90s.
Tripping through the light, fantastic. Lose a step and never get up. Left alone with a cold blank stare. I feel like giving up. I was blinded by a paradise, utopia, high in the sky.
I was blinded by Paradise Utopia high in the sky.
I dreamed that electron on me,
Nice.
deep in soul, wondering why.
A dream that only drowned me deep in sorrow. and wondering why. Which dream?
Let us adore him, abuse and then ignore him. No,
Let us adore him, abuse, and then ignore him.
don't let him be. Let's feed upon his misery.
Don't let him be, let's feed upon his misery. Let's string him up for all the world to see.
I'm sick of all you hypocrites holding me at bay, and I don't need your sympathy to get me through the day. Seasons change and so can I. Hold on, boy, no time to cry. Until these
Nice
streets
vocals.
I'm climbing down. I won't let them push me away.
Okay, so now he's singing that same part like before, but I think it's a different melody, different music behind it. I think so. Now it's time for them to deal with me. So he'll put on a fight. some bluesy pentatonic licks. Love this part. I think he's using the neck pickup by the sound of the guitar. Didn't expect that. I like that keyboard solo, it's really nice, the effect and the playing. Some whammy effects. The foot. What measure is that? Back to 4. At least for a while. I'm much wiser now, a lifetime memories run through my head. They taught me how, for better or worse, a life ago. Life goes on the off-beaten track. I don't know how many sections this song has, how many different riffs and parts. It's so hard to pull off live, I think. I'll sit down with my son, set to see the Crimson Sun. Is this spring? Gather your rosebuds while you may. Many years have come and gone. I've lived my life, but now we must move on. So he's dying? My only one now that my time is gone, now that my life we look into the sun. So is that the sun in the album cover? I will live on. back to the beginning. Wow. Whoa. That was insane. Really cool song. Really great song. I think I have to have a prog playlist for such songs. I wouldn't put it in the normal playlist because it takes so long, and I don't know. Maybe for a prog playlist, I would add this to a prog playlist definitely. But it's a very good song. It's super hard to pull off, I believe, and James' vocals are really nice throughout. Like in the 90s, I really, as I said, I preferred his vocals back then. The playing, the parts, the time signatures, the measures they're playing, it's all crazy. Port noise fills, it's impressive, and Derek's keyboards are really nice. I really like that era of Kevin Moore and Derek Sherinian when they were playing the keyboards. It just sounded different. Not saying better, worse, just sounded different, and I don't know, I just miss that sound. Um, but yeah, overall, great song. I'm not sure what the point of the song was. So I thought maybe there will be part, you know, mm, related to each season. I'm not sure. I noticed like from the lyrics there was like winter. Not sure if the end was like spring, or if it just is talking change of seasons about life. Someone who's young, seizing the day, then growing old, then taking care of the son, and then telling him to enjoy the moment, and telling him that he will live on even after he's gone, like the father or the parent. So I'm not sure what was the topic here, but based from what I understood and the album cover, this is what I understand. So let me know in the comments below. Overall, great song. I hope they play it here in the Coca Cola Arena in Dubai, because I think that would be epic to watch live, how they pull it off, all those sections, parts. Really, hats off for composing this, recording this, and playing this live. Not sure how James would pull it off, because his vocals are not what they used to be, especially on the range side and the power of the voice. But we'll see. Hopefully that he can pull it off somehow. But again, overall, great song. Really enjoyed it. I remember it from now on for sure, and I'm gonna be re-listening to it from time to time because it's really nice. It's really cool. It's a journey. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I'm really excited for the Dream Theater concert on Jan 27th. And yeah, let me know what are your favorite Dream Theater songs. If you watch Dream Theater live, how was the show? If you've been on the most recent tour, like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.